All right, let's see. Good morning, good afternoon. Let's see. I see Rick coming in. Hey, Rick, how are you? You can unmute yourself if you'd like to. So far, it's just you and I.
Nice. All right. Private call. I like it.
Yeah, hey, as soon as you said that,
Hmm.
nope, not anymore.
Well, it was
Yeah.
half a second anyway.
What's going on, Rick? Are you new to Dubb? You're returning? What's going on?
Yeah. So I finally took the plunge and got involved. I had spoke a couple times. I got involved and started the trial. He
Okay.
gave me the, you know, you can't refuse this offer. So I didn't refuse it and I accepted it.
Godfather
And
deal.
now I'm trying to get my head around all this shit because it's good,
Yeah.
but it's just a little above my pay grade. And I'm trying hard. Thank you for putting these sessions on because they're hopefully going to help a lot.
Yeah, Rick, remind me what your industry is again?
So I'm in the coaching industry.
Okay, and then who are your folks that you're reaching out to?
So I'm what I call a mindset recovery coach. My demographic is men in recovery that
Yep.
are working with recovery and addiction.
Yep. Okay. So I would say from a use case, because the thing is, like with the technology, Dubb obviously does a lot, but it's just really about taking that first use case and then just applying the right tech, you know? That way it doesn't feel like too much. So these reaching out, so how would you reach out to your prospects? Is it like a LinkedIn thing? Is it a referral? Is it do you have like email lists? Do you have numbers? Are they community groups? Like how would you reach out normally?
So right now, my focus on reaching out is through LinkedIn. Most of my connections, my activity is in LinkedIn right now.
Okay.
My connections that I'm trying to target um, inpatient rehabilitation centers that are uh, to fill a gap between when people graduate their programs and when they go back to their normal lives. And this program that I've created fills that gap. And so I need to be able to reach out directly to them, starting it out with DMs, which I'm getting into now, and then eventually getting to some calls, direct calls, to try to, um, start talking about those things. But I thought that the idea of this video email was great. I think that's what can work well.
All right, so what I'm going to do is we'll start with LinkedIn today, and because we're talking about that now, and I'll start with that a little bit, but I'll say this though, like the style that I'm going to show you and the tech, just focus on that. Like I wouldn't worry about anything else
Okay.
because delivering it to if you lived in the LinkedIn world, we always talk about starting with a hook. And for me, if I was at one of those treatment centers, and I was like, okay, someone graduated from here, okay, now before they integrate back into their real life, this time in between, almost like the gap, like you said, in between here and then here, there's like this gap. So what we usually talk about is jumping on ChatGPT and saying, give me like 20 hooks that if you were reaching out to me as a center, what would be the thing that would make me want to stop and want to watch the video? Because obviously we care about the people that are graduating from this area, right? So we want to be like, hey, you care. This is important. Once they graduate, it's not just the end of the world. Now it's back into the real life world. So maybe something referencing that gap. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I would focus. Do you use ChatGPT?
A lot. Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
best
yeah. Just
friend.
just put in there, describe, say I need 20 hooks, 20 verbal hooks, 5 to 6 words each. And I'll explain why that is in a second. 5 to 6 words each. And it needs to relate to your ICP, your ideal client profile. Why should that center want to stop about the importance of that gap? Because obviously they care about their graduates. You know what I mean? So there's something with graduates and gap. It's like two G words almost. You know what I mean?
Right.
From graduate to gap. So something like that. I would play with that, but that's an important part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, and then I'll show the LinkedIn thing when we start here. And then once I show it, just what people usually do is the training is going to be on YouTube in a couple hours. Just go back to this training and then go to the part where I talk about LinkedIn and then say, okay, let me get the tech here. Okay, let me open this here. Okay, let me apply it. And then you can send it over to us at feedback@Dubb. And I just put that email in the chat, and I also put the link to the YouTube support channel in there too.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I would start there. Forget everything else. Just just
Okay.
start there. You know what I mean?
All
And
right.
you don't have to worry about anything else. And I'll explain the other stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Rick, you said you took the plunge, right? So you took the plunge. Did you get your setup yet? Your account set up yet?
Yeah, I got my account set up. I had a
Okay.
call last week with Rena
Yep.
and got all the basics in place.
Okay. All right. Good.
Um,
Good.
so all of that's done.
Okay. Sweet. Okay. I want to make sure the landing pages buttons. All right. Awesome. All right. Then good. Then this is the last piece.
like the
That's cool.
last piece.
Sweet. All right. Well, Rick, thanks for coming in.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, just throw them in the chat as we go along. We'll have some Q&A towards the end.
All right, good. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. And then let's see, Frederick. Hey, I saw your message in there. Thanks, Kemen. Welcome back. Always good to have you in here. Lori, you're returning as well. Let's see, Frederick. What's going on with you? Let me come over here and say hi. If you want to turn your mic on, you can. If not, you can just say hi in the chat. Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
what's happening?
Well, this is my first lesson. I did sign up the other day after our talk.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah, that's great. Actually recognize your voice now.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Welcome in. How you
So
feeling?
yeah, I started going through the videos, the trick, just making, learning my way around the environment.
Yep.
I haven't really done anything yet because I'm still doing that, but I'm excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember we chatted. Yeah, you were just kind of you had a lot going on and you were talking to me about everything. And I think the easiest step with this thing is just kind of one step at a time. And I know we only had a chance to kind of run through just a couple things, but
Yeah,
training,
yeah,
what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the basics of how it's all put together. So
good.
when you watch this training later on YouTube in the link I put in the chat, it'll
Okay,
make
yeah.
more sense as you kind of go piece by piece, you know?
Okay, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I think that's exactly what I want to see.
Perfect. Well, then you came to the right Zoom room. Well, good to hear your voice again, my friend. Thanks for coming in.
Glad to be here.
Cool. And then Kemen, as always, welcome back. How you doing, Kemen? I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on your end? How are you?
I am good, sir. I'm just popping in because I hadn't been to one of the trainings in a while just to see what I may have missed or should be doing. So that's why I'm here. And I
Cool.
also had a question for
Yeah.
you too. It could be an offline question, but it's about the tokens. My tokens ran out.
For like Ira or
So
the AI
yeah,
or something?
yeah. If I was getting into it, I've been doing it for the past couple of weeks, few weeks, and I've been, posting from it and everything, and then all of a sudden it popped up. You reached
Oh
your limit,
man.
and
Sorry to hear
that's
that.
kind of where I would need to.
It always pops up at the worst time too. You're in a flow. You're like, wait a minute, what? You're like,
Yep.
hold on. Yeah. No, that's cool.
So,
I'm gonna message the team right now. I'll let them know to reach out to you to kind of take care of that for you. So I'm messaging. I'll send them a message on Slack.
all right, thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, thanks for coming in. Always good to hear your voice, and you always bring the positive energy. So thanks for showing up.
Definitely, I'm excited.
Cool. And then let's see, Lori, welcome back, Lori. If you want to jump in and say hi, you can. If not, you can say hi in the chat. Hey, Lori.
Yeah, hi. Thank you very much. It's always good to be back, and I'm trying to get myself rolling with my interactive online page, Rob.
So talk to me more about that.
Well, there's probably just a matter of me finishing it, and I've been going back and tweaking it a number of times,
Mhm.
and I think that I'm probably almost there.
Okay. And then Lori, what was your industry again? Remind me.
Sure, it was health and wellness, and we work with getting the inside look of people to recognize they can take charge of making changes to get healthier.
Okay. And then who were your folks in terms of reaching out? Was it were you on LinkedIn doing that as well, or was it
I
email?
was, yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
LinkedIn and Alignable, so offline and online businesses
Yep.
looking to increase their clients and revenues.
Okay. Got it. Okay. And then do you do any local groups as well, like in-person stuff?
Absolutely. I just did an event in Connecticut this past Sunday, and it was a health and wellness fair.
Okay. Because you could do the I'm not sure, did you get a chance to use the QR code when you were there?
I I did, but I
Oh,
was
good.
using the QR code that I had made up, and I'm sure you're probably talking about another one.
Just for the every Dubb video has a QR code. So usually when you go to an event, what you could do is kind of pre-record something. Hey, listen, it was great meeting you at the event. If you'd like to connect further, you can click below this video here. Just something like that. So when you meet someone, it goes right to the landing page, right to your video, that kind of thing.
I like that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and you can also use a really cool feature if you want to, which is I'll show it when I'm showing which I'm going to show in a second, the different kinds of ways to record. But on the mobile app, there's a picture-in-picture feature, which is pretty neat. So like when you're at events, you can take it uses both cameras on the phone. So you can start filming and say, "Hey, I'm at this event," and you're doing your thing. And then you can make a fun little video so when you meet somebody, that's the video they see and they can show that you were at the event and stuff, you know?
Nice, very nice. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Well, Lori, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you when you come in
Thank you
here.
for being here.
Yeah, of course. And then let's see. I think somebody else popped in when we were going. I think was it Jim? I thought I saw the name Jim. Jim popped in. Maybe Jim popped in and out. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna share my screen and let's get moving. Okay. So I'm gonna start with LinkedIn today is where I'm gonna start. But I'm gonna start with the basics, then I'm gonna jump over to LinkedIn just to kind of give a quick little preview, and then we'll pop over there first. Okay. Let me share my screen. So Dubb in general, just as a reminder, especially for the new folks in there, like Frederick's in here for the first time, kind of getting a kind of full walkthrough of this thing. When you
Hmm.
make a video with Dubb and you send it, it's going to look something like this. It's an animated video GIF preview. So when you hit record, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat. So whatever you're doing for that first time frame of 3 seconds, that's what's going to show. You can technically, inside of the Dubb platform, take a certain part of the video that you've recorded and slide it to a different part of the video that you want the first 3 seconds to be, or you can upload your own thumbnail. But for time efficiency, when you're recording these videos, it's kind of just easier to be ready to go. You hit record, you got the first 3 seconds, it's ready to go. Now, this is just one specific style that you can do. So I'm going to quickly show just the different styles that you can do with Dubb. This one right here was recorded on the webcam, and I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone, and there's a whiteboard feature on the mobile app to type, and that's how I'm doing that right here. And I'm just giving a little bit of movement to it, a little wave, little movement, it kind of brings it to life. Now, I have written on there, what's your hook? And that's what we always talk about with these videos. Whether you're reaching out cold, warm, referral, whatever it is, if it's an update to many people, like maybe it's a market update in real estate, a newsletter update within your community, a one-to-one to someone, either way, there's always a hook. Why should they stop and watch the video? So we always talk about jumping on ChatGPT, putting in your ideal client profile, why you're reaching out to them, what's the action you want them to take. And that way, chat can give you 5 to 6 words. The reason we say 5 to 6 words is because you can only, I think it's like 30 something characters on there. Um, what's the hook? What's the change? Maybe you met with someone and they didn't go with your product or service, but there's been a change, it's been an update. So I would really just think about that hook. And this style right here from the webcam with the phone is probably the most straightforward style you can do in terms of seeing the messaging. So this is one style here from the webcam. Now you also technically can drop a virtual background behind you as well. So you can have the same kind of idea where you can give context, someone's profile, company website, LinkedIn profile, article you want to share, screenshot of something important, because maybe, it's a third party form they filled out to reach out to you. You can take a screenshot of it and say, hey, this is your next steps. I saw you filled out this form. So you can also combine both. So if I go to something like this, I can do the virtual background and I can use the phone at the same time. So here, Sarah sees her background here, and I have a question for her. And that's where you can have the hook. Now, from a real estate perspective, if we were going to do this in real estate terms, you could do something that looks like this. Have a property behind you. Maybe someone's interested in that property. Hey, I have a special fact about 1234 Jane Street. Maybe it's an expired. And you say, hey, listen, this is a fun fact about this property here. Probably will help you sell it this time around. So it's about visuals and about the hook on the phone that you can leverage to really make something look different and give someone context when you record these things. Now you also can just do the basic one. You can just do someone's name. Hey, John, good to meet you. Because a lot of the times when you make these videos, it's nice to get a video to say, hey, they made me a video to say hello. Just something as basic as that. You could even just wave if you wanted to. But I really like the idea of the hook, the name, taking it further in terms of, it's just one step to do it. Now you also could do something like this from the mobile app. You could drop a virtual background behind you. Again, someone's profile, property. This one here, we pretended it was like lakefront property there. You also could do something like this. You could have some text above you on the screen. Hi, John. So instead of like doing the phone, holding it up, you actually are on the phone and you just type the text above. And these are all different visual ways to reach out to these people. Now, this one right here, change in the market. This is a screen recorder with the Dubb Chrome extension, which we're going to use on LinkedIn in a second. This is going to be the same tech we use for LinkedIn, but this is a screen recorder. So this is obviously, you can tell it's a market update. You can see the title right there. I have the arrows pointing towards the bubble. And inside the bubble, again, I have the phone and I have that hook that's right there about the update because there's been a big change. Now, there's also, lastly, with the mobile app, this right here, picture in picture, which is really cool to use. So this is what, Lori, this is what I was talking about, where you're at the event. If you're at an event, you can just get everybody there, shows you're there, and say, hey, this was me at this event. I had a great time. Property walkthroughs, it's great for it, but you can use it in a lot of scenarios. So when you're doing a walk and talk to a prospect, people are kind of used to seeing this visual now a lot with social media. So this has been a nice kind of little hook there as well. Now, regardless of any of these styles that you choose, okay, maybe you want to do one to many and just change the name up here at the top, but have the hook right here. Whatever style you choose, when someone gets the video and they click on it, that's where you want them to have this experience. So they're going to land on the landing page. It's going to have your logo to the top left. The initial video that you created, whether it's for one person or to many, one to one or one to many, followed by playlist videos on the right. They're going to play right after the video you've created. Why this would work well is because these initial videos should be short. 40 seconds max, get in, get out. Make your point and then get on to the next thing. Bring that value. Why? Remember, it's about the hook. Why did they stop and watch the video? What kind of value are you delivering? And what action do you want them to take next? It's all about that. The video that plays after it can be one video you record one time. It's like your pitch video about you and what you do. And that could be, I wouldn't go beyond 2 minutes on that. Definitely it's shorter and shorter people's attention spans, but that would be your pitch video, and that will play right after this one. If you do have video testimonials, it's a great spot to have them right down here. Now, below here are your buttons, your call to action buttons, your CTAs. What would you like someone to do when they're done consuming the content? Do you want them to book a time in your calendar? Probably the most important, popular button. Do you want them to visit your site? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract? Do you want them to fill out a form? All kinds of choices you have down here. I wouldn't go crazy with too many buttons because you don't want them to get, whole paralysis by analysis. But I would go in order of importance from left to right. I think that's one of the most important things. And sometimes people just have one button. Hey, I want you to do this one thing. But now, if you want to get these video testimonials I was just talking about, this little button right here, reply with video, is a really convenient way for you and for the other person. So what you can do is send someone a video, have this button below it. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, Ina, thank you so much for using Dubb. Would love to get a video testimonial from you. It is not complicated. You don't have to download anything. All you need to do is click the reply with video button below and let me know. What have you enjoyed about this platform? What's made a difference for you? Like whatever questions you'd normally ask, they send the video back to you, and then you have it right here in the playlist. And this is kind of the feeling that you want right in here. This kind of little circular little sales cycle going on the page here. One to one or one to many, followed by a video you record one time about what you do, followed by video testimonials. The last part of this page is over here to the right. And this is optional. You don't have to have this on your page if you don't want to, but it is our Sales Interactive AI Assistant. And we've gotten really good feedback from it so far, since it's been implemented. And what can happen is when someone lands on this page, they can go over here to the right and you can have up to 20 FAQs. You can ask the AI a question. And when this AI is going to give the answer, it's going to give the answer and then push for whatever your desired outcome is. If you wanted them to visit a site, if you wanted them to fill out a form, book a time in your calendar, all the different scenarios we just talked about in these buttons right over here to the left, it's going to give the answer and say, hey, are you ready to book a time with Rob? And the AI is educated through individual website links. It will learn physically what's in text on those pages. And it can also learn from uploading a PDF as well. You can do one or the other, or you can do both. And then the AI will be prepared to give the answer in terms of whatever the topic is. Now, you can have different AI assistants for different parts of your audience. And that's usually what a lot of Dubb users typically do. So when you have these different landing pages, like when you look over here, you should have a different landing page for different parts of your audience, different preset landing page. So, easiest split buyers, sellers, real estate, FSBOs, expireds. I should have separate preset landing pages for all those different folks. And you can have its own AI assistant on those pages that is only educated in those areas if you want to do that. And then if I was in obviously coaching and consulting, I would have different industries for that. If I was in insurance, different kinds of insurance, different kinds of mortgage stuff. There's splits in any audience that you have. And then you would just have the appropriate pages for that. And everything's obviously going to be tracked. Did they open it? Did they watch the videos? Did they click on any buttons? All that enables you to follow up in a really smart way. Okay, so let's talk about LinkedIn is the first style here that I'm going to show. This is going to be a screen recorder. So if we want to reach out on LinkedIn, this is how we would do this. Over here, we're going to pull up our prospect. Let's pretend it's Ruben here. And then first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the Dubb Chrome extension, which is right up here at the top. So all you have to do is Google Dubb Chrome extension. It's like a three-step process to pin this thing right up here. And when you're logged in, you can click the button and it's going to put you on the page just like this. Now, when you're here for LinkedIn specifically, I'm going to leave myself in this circular bubble. If I was on a different page, different website that I wanted to record over, I could change it to any shape, like these in here. I'm going to stay circle because it kind of fits the aesthetic of LinkedIn. I'm also not going to go too big because I don't want to cover his whole profile. But I want to go big enough where I'm going to use the message inside here in a second. So I'm going to go probably like that. And I'm going to go right next to Ruben in terms of placement. Now, this bubble itself, you can do a few things. So inside here, up here at the top, you can zoom yourself in if you want a little bit of a tighter frame. You can back yourself up. You also can physically move yourself around in the bubble like this. You can also jump to full screen. See this little button right here? Boom. Jump to full screen. Click it again to go back. Over here to the right, you can turn your camera off. We're not going to do it here on LinkedIn, obviously, because we want to reach out, want them to see us. But if you ever were doing a screen recording on any website where you already had them as a client and you just want to do an audio walkthrough of something, you can totally do that. You also can technically use your headshot as well. And then in here, you can drop a virtual background. So see what it says virtual background down here? You can drop one behind in here in the bubble if you want to do that. You want to do that too. If you want to use a teleprompter, you have that as an option here. Over to the right, you can turn a teleprompter on. And any scripts that you have saved within the Dubb platform, you can pull up in here. And then this one here, you can control the speed like this. I can hit the play button, see if I like that speed. I also can back the text off and I can zoom it in. Now, to use this teleprompter, you can also manipulate the sides as well. You probably want to go a little bit tighter. That way, the wider you go, the more your eyes are going like this. So I would probably go in this range here. And then you can physically move this wherever you want to. So if I want to put it up towards the camera, right up there. And then to use the teleprompter, I would put it on the tab option. See how there's three options here? Camera, tab, screen. Tab means when I hit record, it's just going to be this page that I'm on, which is really good for LinkedIn. It's isolated here. You're not going to see any of the tabs at the top, and you're not going to see the teleprompter in the recording. Camera is like a webcam. Opens up like this. We wouldn't use it like that here. And full screen would get everything. You'd have to clean up your tab mess at the top if you were going to take someone to a different tab journey, if you wanted to do that. But for LinkedIn, we're going to just click tab. Now to use the teleprompter, you want to make sure that you don't go full screen on your browser. Because if you do, see how it hides the teleprompter tab? If I went full screen, it would hide the teleprompter. I can't physically click on it. So what you want to do is just leave a little bit of space, hit record, and then tap this thing and bring it forward. And you'll get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then you start to use it if you want to use a teleprompter. Now, you're also going to have the ability to use an annotation tool as well. That's right over here at the left to point things out. And here's what this example is going to look like. So I have everything set up here. Now, the last part of it, excuse me, is going to be the mobile app whiteboard part. So when I was holding up the message, right, the hook. So what you want to do is, here, I'll extend my bubble just so you guys can see this a little better. So you want to get the Dubb mobile app. So get that on your phone. And then it's this button right there, that square, that little square at the top with the person in the corner. And when you select that, that's where you're going to be able to type right here. So that's where you want to think about your hook. So you want to have your hook here, and then I'm going to reduce the size of my bubble. Like we talked about, we don't want to cover everything, but we want it big enough where they can read it. So probably like right there. And then take your phone with the hook that you've typed, turn it, and there it is just like that. Whatever the question statement or everything you did your research on, it makes the most sense right here. And then I'm going to hit record over here to the right. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is right there. I'm going to click share. I'm going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. It's going to be like this. Hey, Ruben, this is Rob. Listen, I wanted to reach out because, I work with a lot of authors and I noticed that you're an author and the title of the book, Click Record, I mean, super proactive. I love it. It's right to the point and it tells someone to do something positive in their life. Click record, take an action, do something. So I want to talk to you about that. So anyway, so when you open up with the hook, you have it here. That's your first 3 seconds, right? You're saying everything, hey, Ruben, blah, 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 blah. And then you jump to full screen. Now, jump into full screen, you don't have to do it. I just like it where it kind of breaks the visual. So when you put the phone down, you're still talking. You can double click the circle It brings you here. Double click the screen to go back. So you hover over the mouse like this. You hover over with your mouse, double click, double click. Or you can click the little button here, right here. See over here? Click that there. And then click the button right down here to go back. So it's just a nice way when you're pointing things out to someone. If you want to jump and take over the screen and say, look, this is a really important point. I want to mention this, and then go back. It's just a nice visual. You also can scroll around, move, talk while you're moving, scrolling. If you want to totally multitask, you can. You can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom, stop the recording, decide, okay, where do I want to go next? And then click resume. The annotation tool right over here to the left you can use. You can use arrows to point things out over here. You can do some underlining, some text on screen. You can put things in numerical order of importance. You can draw on the screen. You can circle. You can do underlines, all kinds of stuff. And these annotations are not going to follow you down the page. So if I go, they're going to stay right up there where they're supposed to stay. And then I can just delete them if I want to delete them. But this is a really nice way to reach out on LinkedIn. Again, these videos, when you're reaching out, I would not go beyond, I would keep them like 30 seconds or less. Like get right into the hook. Like what is the factoid or question I'm reaching out to you for? Get right into it. And then if you're offering any kind of value, like a guide that they can download below or something like that, or maybe the value itself is just the message that you're conveying to them. And then your other videos will play after. So let's conclude the recording. So we made this thing here. I'm going to hit the check mark right down at the bottom. That's going to save this video into the Dubb platform. So we're going to select that there, and that's going to save it. Now remember, the Chrome extension, this was just a LinkedIn example. This can be used for any website you want to be on the top of, real estate market updates, whatever your industry is. You have a website, you want to be the bubble on top of it. This is a great tool to use. We saved it into Dubb. Now, anytime you save a video into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page right here, where you can do a number of things. But if we want to share that video we just recorded for Ruben on LinkedIn, how would we share it? So we want to connect with Ruben first. We don't want to send a video with a connection request. We want to connect with him. Once we do, then we want to click message here. And then there's going to be a little Dubb button that pops up right down here. This is the integration we have with LinkedIn. This is because you have the Dubb Chrome extension up here at the top that we just used. So I have this right here. I'm going to click on this. And when I click on this, I'm going to look for my video. See me scrolling through the videos to the bottom right? Okay, there it is right there. Here's our video. There it is. Click insert. And then once it's inserted in the message box, I can highlight the text, and I can change it to a different message if I want to. And then click send. And then Ruben's going to get that nice animated GIF, right like that. And this is the style that we really recommend right in here. And that's how you would do that. Now, how would we do the basic style that we talked about? Something like this from the webcam, right? Or something that looks like this. How would we record these kind from the webcam? You would go inside Dubb, and you'll always go to the red camera icon that sits right up here at the top. And when you record, you hit that button, it's going to bring you to the webcam. So this is how we would do this. So if we're going to get a virtual background behind us, we just go below, we select virtual background, go to your photos. There's some stock ones down here, but I would use ones that are more meaningful. So I would go to your photos and then upload into this area all those different screenshot types that we mentioned. People's profiles, articles you want to share, company websites, market updates in real estate, anything that gives context, a screenshot of what you think is valuable. Put that into here, click library, and now you have all these different types of screenshots behind you for your library. So just select the one you want, click select, and now you have it here. And when you record these, just have a good front light. Could be natural, could be a ring light. Keep all your arm activity, like if you're using this as well, right, with the virtual background, just keep your arms within your shoulders. If you try to go beyond your shoulders, you're going to go into the soup and become a ghost. So stay right in here. Unless you're making a video on Halloween, you could do something like that. And then if you want to get rid of the teleprompter, just click virtual background and it's gone. Sorry, not teleprompter, virtual background. Sometimes when you're talking about text so much, I'm like, what did I just say? And then if you want to do the phone, here's how you do the phone. So I know I showed it before, but just as a refresher, mobile app, that's what it looks like. That button right there, the square. And then get in there, type your hook that we talked about, do your research for your hook, turn it, and now you have this here. And to record, there's a couple other things you need to know about this recorder before I hit record. Down at the bottom left, you can zoom yourself in a little tighter if you want to, or you can back up. We also have a teleprompter across all the tech. So if you want to use a teleprompter, right up into here, go to right to scripting. If you don't have a script, click create new script. It will open up something inside of Dubb and you can copy and paste and save it. Or you can scroll for videos you have saved in Dubb, or you can look for a script by name that you have saved in Dubb. Then once you have it, just select it. Speed is going to be here. Play button's here to test the speed. Back the text off. Zoom it in. Now when I hit record, here's what the whole thing would look like. Got my hook here. Here we go. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button, stop, click it again, keep going. And if I want to delete this video, it's the red X. It will always ask you, are you sure you want to delete this? And then if you want to save it into the platform like we did before, it's the check mark, and that will save it into the platform. So I'm going to click the check mark. That's going to save it into Dubb. So that style that I just showed you from the webcam, holding up the phone, having a virtual background behind you, that is the most basic, straightforward way you can reach out to someone with a video. Because right on the phone, it says the hook, which is what you really researched. So that's a really straightforward style. Now, if you're going to use the mobile app, if people have not used the mobile app yet, if you're out and about, the mobile app's pretty awesome. Yeah, obviously the phones, have great cameras on them. You can go portrait, you can go landscape, but there's a number of really neat things you can do with the mobile. So when you're not home or you're out and you're recording videos, or even if you're at your desk and you want to use the mobile, you can. So here's the mobile app here. To record a video, we're going to tap our blue camera button at the bottom. So it's a little blue camera right there in the middle. Select that there. As soon as we select it, this is going to be defaulted for 1 minute. If it's your first time using the Dubb mobile app, it will be on 1 minute, which means it'll cut you off there because there are specific times you can do down here. I always put mine over to 10 minutes. That way I know it won't cut me off. And then when I hit record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom. And now I have a timer that's in here in the button, and I have a timer in my eye line, so both spots. I also have a pause button if I want to pause the recording right there. To stop the recording, I'm going to tap the circle again, and there is a clip that I have just recorded. Now, the mobile app is a clip recorder, which is really cool for storytelling because I'll show you why in a second. So when I hit record again, I'm going to have a second clip. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. I'm going to tap it again. There's my second clip. Now, both these clips have been automatically downloaded to my phone, so I have them in my photo video area if I need them. Now I can also move these around. So I don't have to record chronologically because I can take my finger and I can hold a clip for a second and slide it. So I can do the end first, the middle if I want to, the beginning, whatever I want because I can move these around, which is really convenient. If I was doing a property walkthrough in real estate, I could start with the outside of the house, then the kitchen. You know what I mean? Each clip could be a different part of the house, which is what a lot of agents really do. And if you're not in real estate and you're trying to tell a story, you could do one clip in front of like maybe your desk, another clip somewhere else, and then we're going to merge all these clips together at the end. So it's a really neat storytelling tool. Now, each clip here you can do something with. So when I tap a clip individually, it's going to open up some options that you see right here. I'm going to select edit. And when I select edit, I can do text on the screen. So when I showed that example earlier where it said, Hi, John, above my head, that's where it could be a real estate address. That's where it can be your hook, like we talked about before. You can type the hook above the empty space in your head when you send this video that looks like this in the portrait format. So you can put text on the screen. You can do a voiceover if you want to. You can add music. We have a whole library of royalty-free music. You can speed up the action, all of that right within each clip. Now, these icons over here to the right are important. So when you click this tooltip up here at the top, this eye icon, when you select that there, that's going to tell you what everything does right in here. So I thought that was pretty cool. We just added that. And then this one right here is your countdown timer right here. So if you want to select that one there, that's going to give you the 3, 2, 1. I always select 3 because I think that's a good amount of time. This icon up here at the top is going to flip your camera around. So obviously if you want to show what's in front of you. This one right here is fairly new. This is video stabilization. So with this one, if you're recording and you're all over the place like this, you're doing a walk and talk and it's super, jittery and jarring, just select low, medium, or high, and it will smooth everything out. If you want to use a teleprompter with the mobile app, it's this one right here. And that one, I think this is one of our best ones. You come in here and you choose a script. Here's your speed, like we saw before, right? You can go up or down. Here's your play button if you want to hit play. See if you like it. Then you can click the edit button right here, make any changes that you want, hit the blue check mark when you're done making the changes. And if your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be near the camera, like waiting for the words, you're kind of down here a lot, just slide this guardrail up, slide it like this. And then there's nothing to look at down here. You gotta stay right here at the top. So it makes sense. And then if you want to use voice recognition, that's called auto track. So if you don't want to scroll, you want it to go at your pace as you speak, that's going to be right over here. Click the gear icon to the left, select auto track right here. And then as soon as you do that, I'm going to hit record, and now it's going to go at my pace like this. Asking for a whole month off on your first day of work, that's like not using AI and video to grow your sales. So as you can see, it kind of went at my pace. So you can just choose whatever one you want. Some days are a scroll day, some days are a track day. And then when you want to close it, just tap the X. And then the rest of over here, this one right here, this folder button, this next one, that would be an example where you recorded something outside of the mobile app. You just got a clip of something that you like and you want to make it part of this story here. Just go to the folder button. It will take you to your video photo area on your phone. Select that video or say, hey, do you want to add the clips? Yes. And then it will drop it down right in here. If you want to record your screen, it's this button right here. If you want to use filters, this one, you can do black and white, skin smoothing, different color gradations we have in here if you want to use those. You could use it, Halloween's coming up, make it scary. And then you can do the picture in picture one down here. This is the one we showed in the beginning. So when you select this here, again, like pretty tailor-made for property walkthroughs, but you could use it in a lot of different situations. You could, do a walk and talk to a client, all the stuff we talked about before. You can move yourself, zoom in, zoom back, zoom in the background, zoom back. So you have those options. And then the last one down here at the bottom right, is virtual background. So if you're out and about and you want to put someone's profile behind you, property, article, the stuff we talked about, screenshot it on your phone, go here, and then it'll drop it right behind you like that. And that's how you'd add it. And then when you're done and you're ready to combine all of these clips into one video, because we have our clips now, you're going to hit the blue button to the top right. That's going to merge everything together. And once it's merged into that final video, you're going to have a copy on your phone of that video. And then you'll also, I'm going to have a second upload it right here. So see that blue upload button? So we click upload, and that will save it into the Dubb platform. So mobile app is it's pretty awesome. I mean, a lot of people use the mobile app just to record regular. They'll have it on their desk and just go portrait or go landscape, whatever way they want, and they'll use the mobile app to record. Now, once you record something and you have saved it into Dubb, then it's really about how do I want to customize this thing? Because once we save it in there, then we have to make sure that we have the right buttons, we have the right videos, all of that. So what I'm going to share now is when you save a video into Dubb, okay, let's pretend it's this one right here because I'm going to grab, let's grab this one. So let's say this is the video I saved into Dubb, right? Now, this title up here at the top, you can change. Just click the little pencil icon here. You can change it internally so you know what the video is all about. You can download the MP4 version of this video. Any Dubb video you save into Dubb has an MP4 version you can download. So that's right there. You can change to different preset landing pages. So all those landing pages we talked about in the beginning, where you can have the buttons, the playlist videos, the feel, right? I mean, I have buyers and sellers in real estate. I want a page for buyers and a page for sellers. I could have a video recorded up here that's just a basic update on something that everybody could relate to the video. So all I have to do is, hey, I'm going to send this out to my buyers. Click the buyer landing page. Now I want to send it out to my sellers. Seller landing page. So you can switch those right there. Every Dubb video also has a QR code. So like we were talking about at the beginning. If you're going to a live event, they're great for that. If you're doing any kind of physical mail marketing, like if you're doing door hangers or something drops in the person's mail, make a fun video like, hey, thanks for pulling me off the door handle. Thanks for pulling me out of your mail stack, stuff like that.
Mhm.
You also can preview what this video looks like that we recorded on the landing page. Just go over here to the right, little box here opens up in a new tab. Cool, that's what my page looks like. Great. And if you want to make any changes, we'll show you how to do that. Now, down here below on this page, you have analytics. So you have an AI video coach here called Kyra. So when you record a video, if you want feedback from Kyra, just click generate. It'll give you a word analysis. It will give you content feedback and visual feedback. And it's obviously non-biased, right? So you can do that right away. And then over here to the right, you have activity. Now, we haven't sent this video anywhere, but if we did send it, we do have the ability to really drill down on what we want to know about the video. Did they open the email? Did they click on any buttons? Did they watch anything? If they did, how much did they watch? You have the ability to drill down on all of that. You also have details here. So every video, I'm like, hey, these are the buttons below my video. They're right here. This is the sales assistant. These are the videos that play after. Now, if I had sent this video to somebody and I'm like, you know what? I totally forgot to change a video down here. I can still make changes to the videos, changes to the buttons, and it will retroactively change itself when someone already has the video. There's also an editing tab. Any video that you save into Dubb has the ability to be edited. This one's still transcoding. Let me grab another one. I'll show you guys how to do it. Let's grab this one. So when you click the editing tab, you can play the video. Hi, this is Rob from. You can drag your timeline like this down here. So let's pretend I want to cut something out. I'm going to go here. Let's pretend this is my cut point. First one right there. Select the scissor icon right here, split the clip. And now all I do is drag it to the second cut point, split the clip. And now I got three pieces. Whatever's highlighted in orange, trash can, gone. And if I want to bring it back, it's the undo button. Undo, 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 and I'm
Mm.
right back to the beginning. Now you also have this option here too called the design tab. This is where I was talking about at the beginning. When you hit record with Dubb, how the first 3 seconds is the animated GIF. This is where you can drag it to a different part of the video and make that the first 3 seconds if you want to. Just click generate thumbnail or upload your own. But again, for it to be efficient, it's nice to just do it when you're ready. So we recorded a video, we got it on a landing page that has videos and buttons, and we're ready to go. Now we just want to send it. So to send a video, just open up a compose, make sure you have the word video in your subject line. Make sure that you have your hook that we talked about, right? Because we talked about the hook on the phone, but you also want a hook for the subject line. And you want them kind of to be similar because you want someone to open the email first and then see that animated GIF. And having the word video here and having a good hook will really help them get to the next point. Now, once they're in here, you want a little bit of text in terms of why they should watch the video, super short. And then to add the video in, you can add it in two ways. One is going to be with the shortcut we have down at the bottom. See the little Dubb button down there? We have that there because we have the Dubb Chrome extension, and this little shortcut shows up in Gmail at the bottom. It's over to the right in Outlook 365 in add-ins. But when you select this button, opens up the Chrome we used earlier. Let's find our video. So we come in here and say, oh, what video do I want to send? You know what? I'm going to send this one. Go to Advanced Options, put the email of the person you're sending it to. Add a little personalization text to the top if you want to. Click Insert, and it's going to drop it right in. Now, you can also send it from inside of Dubb. So every Dubb video has a big blue share and send button right over here to the right. So you can always select that there. Again, put the email in for the tracking, add a little personalization text, click copy for email, and it's just a copy and paste, just like this, just like that. And then you're able to send it. So these are all very creative ways to record, customize the pages, and send. Now, the last recorder that I want to show you is going to be the Dubb desktop app. And the Dubb desktop app is a really neat piece of technology. So if we go back over here to LinkedIn as an example, let's say we're back over here on Ruben's page, right? This is how you can use it for this. Let me show you. And you can use it for pretty much anything. If there's any document you want to go on top of, website, video, page like this, the Dubb desktop app is pretty amazing. So if you don't have the Dubb desktop app, just Google Dubb desktop app, and then you download it for Mac or PC. Now, once you have it, it's going to have a menu here. Let me show you what the menu looks like. It's this right here. So when you have it. So you can, it does a number of things. We're going to be looking at screen recording. So we click screen recorder. And then when it opens up here, you're going to notice a couple things. So let me just reset the webcam and I will show you. Okay, so webcam, there I am in the bubble. I can do all the stuff I did before with the Chrome extension. Virtual background, different shapes, sizes, all of that. We have an annotation tool down the bottom that you can use, just like the Chrome extension right here. We also have a teleprompter you can use. Now, this teleprompter is pretty neat because you have some options with this thing. So inside here, when I select a script, I have auto track as my first option that I can use, which is voice recognition, like we saw in the mobile app. So I can just read the script and it goes at my own pace. Now, if you don't want to do that and you like the idea of having a scroll speed, just select the little button here, click it, and now it turns to scroll,
Mm.
just like this. So you have any option that you want. Depends on how you feel, during the day, usually when you're using it. Now to record, here's the big difference here. So down at the bottom, there's this little red slash through this square right here. When I hit record, I'm going to get my entire screen. That's what that means. If that red slash is there and you hit record, you're getting your whole computer screen. If you get rid of that red slash by clicking on it, now you have a drop down of choices. See how this says 16 by 9 landscape? Well, now I have the proper orientation for YouTube, and I can just put this on top of anything that I want to, and it will be in this orientation. Whether it's a website, video, article, whatever it is, it goes on top of anything. You also can do portrait, which means you can do a social video right from your desktop. So just move this thing on top of whatever you want it on top of, put yourself inside of here, and I could send Ruben a little video in this orientation like this, that's just put over the top. And again, it could be on top of anything. Now, another part that I like is custom. When you click custom down here, now I can crop around anything. So if I wanted to send Ruben a LinkedIn video, I can get very specific. Because with the Chrome extension, we use tab as an option, gets the whole tab, which is nice. But you can get very cropped in here if I want to get super cropped in with the desktop app. You could take a listing agreement, crop around it, walk someone through something. Cropping right here on custom is pretty awesome. So you can put it on top of anything. Now, when I hit record here, here's a big difference. I'm going to click record. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown. Here I am. I'm recording a video. Here we go. I can pause and resume. The big difference here is the check mark. When I select the check mark, I'm not saving it into Dubb. What happens is I've just recorded a clip. So just like the mobile app that we saw, the desktop app is a clip recorder. So we're going to record a number of clips, merge them together, and then we've got our one video. So there's one clip that I just recorded right there. Now I can drag and drop videos from my computer if I want to. So if there's an MP4 I have on my computer and I want to make it part of the story here, I can just add it. Now I have one clip I've recorded. I'd like to continue recording now. There are 3 options down here at the bottom creatively. The one all the way to the left is record screen, like I just did. So if I want to go right back to where I was, click that button. It'll bring you right back where I was, click record. And now I'm just recording a second clip in the same style that I recorded the initial clip. Hit the check mark here, and there is that second clip. And I can physically move this anywhere where I want to move it to in any order that I want. I also can download or delete each individual clip if I want to. There's also a webcam option down to the bottom left, because maybe I want one of these clips to be a direct to camera. I want to talk to you about this one thing. I want to focus on that. It looks visually different than the other ones. Or maybe this is a thank you very much for watching this video. Click below to book a time in my calendar. Select the check mark, and there it is right there. And again, any order. The last option here I like a lot. It's called Dubb Narrator. This one gives you the ability to play a pre-recorded video inside of a bubble. So if I had something pre-recorded about a market update, like, hey, this is Rob, listen, I want to talk to you about the market update, blah, blah, blah. I'm reading my teleprompter script, I'm delivering my stuff. Then I can take that video that I've recorded, put it inside a bubble, and put it on top of anything I want to put it on top of. And then all I have to do is just hit record. If I wanted to reach out on LinkedIn to say a number of people where the message is the same, I could record one video that sounds like I'm talking directly to you, and then take that one video and just pull up different profiles and just put that video on top of different profiles. So it's pretty convenient. So if I hit Dubb Narrator down here, the icon, if I click that, it's going to take me to my video library, and then I just find the video. Let's pretend this first video here is the one I want. There it is. And then I put it on top of anything I want to put it on top of, hit record, and now the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video. And then just click check mark and it saves. And then at this point, when you're ready, it's like, okay, I want to combine all my clips together into one video. I'm ready to do that. Click the edit button all the way to the right. That's going to merge all the clips together. And then you even have a little editor right in here inside the desktop app before you even save it into Dubb. And the editor here is similar to the one I showed you inside of the platform. And then you can download the MP4 here, and then you can upload it into Dubb. Now, inside the Dubb platform, lastly in here, when you're in the Dubb dashboard, a couple things of note. Over here at the top right, next to your profile picture is Otto, our little AI guide. If you click his face, it opens up like this. Click it here to close it. And Otto is really good for, basic questions about Dubb. How do I use the desktop app? How do I use the Chrome extension? But it also does strategy stuff too. Hey, listen, I'm in recruiting. What are the 5 best recruiting videos to send to employers and candidates? And then it will give you those answers. So this is a nice little resource right inside here. You also can get a hold of the team down over here to the bottom left with this little green icon right here. Select that here. It opens up a chat bot here. You can do a keyword search in here. You'll get an article and a video, talk to someone on the team or the AI. You also have in here under training over here to the right, this second link, this second video right here. If you select this here, that's going to open up Dubb Academy and you can go through a nice orderly library of how to use Dubb, and that's right in here. Lastly, if you're not part of our partner program or you don't know about it, it's right in here. Be a partner, click apply now. It will create this little referral link for you here. And then you'll be able to share this to get a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through that link. And we have partners that do really, really well. Feel free to invite them in here to this training. I always say to everyone, hey, do you know 4 people that could use Dubb? Because if you're on a paid plan, you get 4 or 5 people, you got a free account. And just have them come in here, let us do our thing. And then, we try to close them for you. And then, if you have a group of people together too, if you ever have like a Tech Tuesday thing with your industry, or you have some kind of once a month meeting on tech, just let me know and I can always come in and present for everybody in there, and then use your referral link. Um, we also have an AI writer here in the dashboard. So similar to ChatGPT, you have an AI writing right here. The only one of the differences here is this little profile feature, which is pretty neat. So when you select this here, you can create different profiles for different audiences that you're going to write to. Kind of like we did with the landing pages. Like if I was in real estate buyers and sellers, right? We had 2 different landing pages. I can come in here and create a unique profile for a buyer, then a seller. I can even apply this little writing structure here called the have method, which H is hook your audience, like we always talk about, address their needs, provide value, extend an offer. And that will be baked into the writing when it happens. And then we also have an AI library if you want to add an avatar. So if you want to have maybe one of these avatars down here kind of, educate the audience, maybe walk them through a contract or something of educational administrative help, you can have them do that. You can create your own avatar just by clicking create and giving a good description right there. You can't upload any photos or anything like that, but you can give some kind of description that would make the avatar like your avatar, for what you want to talk about. So those are all the different creative ways. When you guys watch back this recording, that'll be on YouTube a little bit later, just go back to your specific use case. Like we talked about at the top, LinkedIn, right? Rick, we talked about LinkedIn. That's what you focus on. Frederick, you have to still just kind of work out, your style there, but those are the different styles. And then Lori and I talked about that as well. So that's what you need to do. Find your use case, that's the technology, and then send it over to feedback@Dubb. That's the email, feedback@Dubb. We have people that send that stuff over. We love giving feedback on it because sometimes it just takes a little bit of an adjustment on the videos to kind of get, the results that you want. So, okay. So anybody have any questions on anything on anybody's mind before we head out towards the top of the hour? Anything? Is there anything in the Q&A? Was there anything there? No, I don't see that there. Um, how we feeling? Anybody? Last call. Chance to go. Anybody?
Hold on.
Frederick, you there?
Yeah, okay, so this is great. And I know I'm gonna have to go back and review and
Yep.
follow along. How would I know? Is there, well, I guess for each, I'm gonna answer my question. Um, I know each industry is different, just like the gentleman earlier,
Yep.
he's a coach, just like I'm a coach,
Yep.
but we have different niche.
Yep.
But I would think that the beginning, starting off,
Mhm.
that they're probably, I mean, you've been in this long enough, so you probably know there are probably certain videos that we could start off focusing on
Mhm.
to make in the beginning
Yes.
to start off to
Mhm.
get that going.
Yep.
And then after that, begin to focus on the more specific stuff you want to do. What would those be?
Yeah, you got it.
How would we find that out?
So it's always about the people that you're reaching out to and how you reach out to them. So at the
Right,
top, when I was talking to Rick, he does LinkedIn. That's his world. So LinkedIn is the Chrome extension screen recorder, holding the Dubb mobile app with the whiteboard messaging, being in
right,
that bubble, and then sending it to him on LinkedIn. That's the tech and that's the use case. The hook is the research part.
sure.
What are we saying? So for you, Frederick, who is your trying to remember your ICP, your folk.
I my niche is senior pastors and church leadership.
Okay, so two things probably there. One is going to be you probably have, because being part of the community, do you have everyone's emails, phone numbers, things like that?
Yep, yep. And
O-
I'm putting together a list of everybody I know right now.
Okay, so you can do one of two things. Let's take the pastors as an example, okay?
Okay.
You could do something like this. Let me share my screen like this. Look, this here, not this one. Okay, basic. This is the basic of the basic, right? Webcam recorder, Dubb mobile app on your phone, whiteboard to type, 5 to 6 word hook. I'm the pastor. What are you telling me? Because you probably, even if they know who you are, but even if they didn't, that's a little different of a message. You know what I mean? Slightly, slightly. But
Okay.
but I would focus on this style, 40 seconds or less. Get right into it. Why you're reaching out, because you have an extensive background there that you can draw upon. But what's the reason the pastor is they going to want to watch this and then take the next step? Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
This is the
Okay.
style though. I would do this from your webcam, Dubb mobile app on the phone to be able to type. You use ChatGPT, right, Frederick? I think you said.
Yes. Yes.
Go in there and do that thing. 20 hooks for pastors. This is why I'm reaching out. Explain everything. 5 to 6 word hook. This is what I would do. This. Now, if you wanted to, once you do this, okay, this is just another layer. All right. So you could go same webcam, but you could do something like this. Imagine behind here is a screenshot of the church or the community, right?
Okay.
And then you can still do the same thing you're doing right here, but it would have an image behind if you wanted it.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I think those two would work really well. Now, if you're out at you have a community events in the community, right? All the time, probably, or
Yes.
okay. That's where you can use the Dubb mobile app. Now, this is like do the other ones first, but you can do something like this. See how this picture in picture, like I was showing with the mobile app,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You could be out at the commute with the community, waving to everyone, talking to people and stuff. And remember, every video has a QR code. So if you're talking to that other pastor, they can cue your QR, scan the QR code, and they can see that you're at the event and stuff like that.
Okay. Great.
So those are three specific examples, but I would start just with this one. It's the easiest one to do. Webcam, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, whiteboard, type the hook. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Does that
Gotcha.
help?
Yes.
And then send it over to feedback. That's the email, feedback at Dubb. So, especially when you're first starting out, just pretend I'm Pastor Rob and you're like, hey, Rob, listen. And then just, do the thing. And then I'll give you some feedback.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Anything else on your mind, Frederick, though? Anything else?
No, that's it right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just get those parts down. I think that's the biggest thing we've learned over the years is just first use case, technology that does it, and then just go from there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Anybody have anything else before we go? And anything with anyone's mind before we head out? Anybody?
Hey, so Rob, will
Yeah.
somebody be getting to me about the IRA thing? Yeah, the
Yeah.
tokens and how to get that.
Yeah. So, I was going to message over on Slack. I was typing it up. I don't think I actually got a chance to send it. I thought I did. Kevin's got the good old
I
token message. The tokens ran out.
think I
So,
talked to her before,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
briefly. I just didn't follow up with you. I believe
yeah,
in
we'll
the
reach
other
out
day.
and yeah, add some tokens there and yeah, let us know if that works.
All right, thank you.
Sweet. Kevin, thanks for coming in, man. It's always good to hear your voice.
Oh man, thanks for the training, man. I mean, this is just empowering me to do it even more. To the nonprofits, small
Yeah.
companies and stuff that I deal with now, and I really enjoy the walkthrough part of it. I can have their website on the back end. I can have their site showing, and I can take them through steps on how to edit or how to market or how to do this or so
Yeah.
that's like a lifesaver.
Well,
Takes a
it's
whole lot of time, and I can keep reusing it with other clients as well that have the same issue. So
yeah, it's always nice to be able to be as efficient as you can without losing the power of it. You know what I mean? Because people always like to be spoken to directly. I mean, it's nice when someone uses their
exactly,
name and all that kind of stuff, but if you don't use the name and you are able to kind of have that same warm message and thing that will drive them, then that's still there.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
thanks.
Well, awesome. Yeah. Thanks for coming in, everybody. We'll hopefully see everyone tomorrow. Ina, thanks so much as always for the support. And we'll be seeing everyone soon.
Yeah, thanks, Ina.
Great.
All right,
Thank
yeah, have a
you.
good one. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.